Well, first off, this video is long overdue. I said this back in January when I got my first listing that I was going to bring this to you guys. So I want to apologize for having this video so late, but you read the title. These are going to be all of the mistakes that I made with my first listing. Please do your best of judging me in the comment section down below. One, it helps my channel with engagement. So while you're at it, go ahead and smash the like button on this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. But let's get into the video intro first.
Hi guys, welcome to Martez Kelly's real estate channel. This is Martez Kelly, and welcome to the channel.
What's good, family? I'm Martez Kelly, as you guys know, but I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in today's video. Like I said, this is gonna be a story time type video. I got my phone. I want to make sure I go through and say all the stuff that happened, but y'all about to kill me in the comments, and I want y'all to because I would prefer that you guys kill me in the comments and avoid these mistakes at all costs. So these are the things that I messed up on. And just to give you all the content layout, as you guys know I like to do, first we're gonna go through the mistakes I made when getting my listing. So that was you're gonna find out. The next thing, mistakes I made during negotiations, and I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. I hope I don't get in trouble for this stuff. I know I had somebody comment before about me getting sued for bringing up people's situations. I'll just pay it because I would prefer, you know what I'm saying, I'll just go ahead and go through the process, but please don't sue me. Don't sue me, please. But I'll just go through the process because I would prefer you guys learn from my mistakes. And I'm not gonna say anybody's names, even though all of this stuff is public records. I'm not gonna say anyone's name, but I'm gonna actually tell the story from my perspective. The last thing I'm gonna go into is the mistakes I made when I was reached out to by the seller to cancel the listing agreement. So we'll go through all of that stuff, but man, let's get into the first thing. So the first mistake I made when getting the listing, it was, if you guys can actually go back a couple of videos, these were like my first videos, like early in the process. The video is titled I got 4 listings with this one cold calling script. You go through that one, and then I go through the process of how I got 4 listings throughout the span of this year. And man, it was tough, but it was my first ever listing appointment. And what I did was I actually catered to the seller. I actually gave them everything that they wanted. Whatever price they thought the home was worth was whatever I gave them. I didn't second think anything. I didn't second guess anything. I gave the seller exactly what she wanted. And another thing I did, man, and please don't do this. Please don't do this. I signed the listing agreement, got the listing at a certain price, and did not see the property at all. My first time seeing the property, walking the property, looking in the property, was when I had the listing photos done. So, and to my surprise, there was some things that I did not know. I mean, I guess if you don't walk the property, you never know what's in the property. So those were some things that I did not know. One of the things being that there was a roof leak. And if I can find a picture, I'll put it here over the screen. But there was a roof leak, y'all. And man, when I first saw it, my stomach dropped. And I'm like, man, how can I sell it at this price because I was thinking about selling it to homeowners. Because it's in an area where most investors are buying. They buy the house and rent it out themselves. And I priced it where a homeowner would like it. So I really priced it in the middle of where a homeowner would like it and where an investor would be at. So an investor would come below, a homeowner would come above. But with it being roof problems, the FHA, you know what I'm saying, they wouldn't really take it because you have to get all that replaced before it qualifies to get insurance on it. So that was one of the situations. So that was something. One of the problems I had with that listing as well is there was a tenant in the property, and those are tough to sell. Those are tough to sell because the tenant did not know that the property was for sale. The seller didn't tell him, or the tenant. So I dealt with that. I had to make sure when we were doing showings, I didn't have a lockbox on the door because I had to go over there every time somebody wanted to go see the property. Man, it was a lot that I'm going, into the next one. But it was a lot that came from me not knowing the situation beforehand when I got the listing. So that came back and bit me, which is why the deal was canceled, why I lost that deal. So the next one, the next thing that I said we're going to talk about is the mistakes I made during negotiations. Don't make these mistakes at all. So I don't want to be this honest because it's gonna be crazy. But I mean, I gotta do it. I want y'all to know the real, man. So we got a couple of different offers on the first day. First day the property was listed, I say within the first weekend. So we had one offer. So we listed the property at $69,999. We had one offer come in, like enter my email. Perfect offer. Over listing price for $73,000. Right at $73,000. Under that, I'm talking about well below. We had another offer come in from an investor at like 40 grand. And then we have some more offers somewhere, but I know that was the highest one, that was the lowest one, but we have multiple offers within that situation. I was always told, when you have multiple offers, let the agents know we got multiple offers on the table, present your highest and best. We were told to say that, but I reached out to the seller and I was like, hey, we got multiple offers on the table. We can go with this one, or we can just tell everybody to present their highest and best. So what I did was I actually told everybody, the seller said, yeah, let's do highest and best. Told all the agents, listen, we want to go highest and best. Put your best terms, your highest price. Nobody submitted an offer after that. They all pulled their offer out, and I was like, man. So I guess that's gonna be my thumbnail. I lost, and then whatever amount of commission I would have got, I'll put it in the thumbnail. But man, I lost that. That's why I was thinking, beating myself up the whole time, talking to my girl about it. Like, man, I lost, but I never actually had it. So whether you are a real estate agent or whether you plan to become a real estate agent, don't count your commission until you actually get it. I don't know if y'all watched my last video or not, but if you haven't, go watch it. But I actually said in that video that I was expecting a closing last Thursday. So things happened. We had to extend closing to next Friday, so this upcoming Friday. And I had a video planned and everything. I already start spending the money mentally, but you can't count a commission check until it actually hits your pocket. So that's something that, yeah, that was one of my major mistakes when negotiating for that listing. And then the last thing, I think I made a whole video on that. I'm pretty sure I did. My first deal was canceled, and if you want to go check that out, go check that out. But man, I actually was like, it was tough, man. The thing about it, when someone comes at you, because my first deal that I closed, people throughout the transaction, they want to cancel it. They don't want to do it. They don't want to go forward with it. It's just all kind of different things. So man, she actually came at me and was like, I want to cancel the deal. In that moment, what you want to do is remind people of their pain points. So when you're doing a listing agreement or when you're talking to somebody, you want to remind them of why they are doing what they're doing. And that's when asking questions and getting information on the front end can help you on the back end. I call it bullets. Bullets that you can shoot back. Emotional bullets, pain points. Also negotiation bullets is what I call it too. But it's just like, if you're coming at me, oh, I don't want to cancel it. I don't want to go through this anymore. This is hard. This is, in that moment, what I should have done was I should have came back to her, reminded her of the reason why she was selling her home in the first place, and just gave her that, just gave, like, listen, this is why we are doing this. We're not doing this just for fun. We are doing this for a purpose. So those are the things that, in my opinion, I felt like I could have done better. What I did do good, and I usually would split this up into 2 different videos, but this is for bonus content for my 100 squad. So if you're a part of the 100 squad, if you don't know what the 100 squad is, you are a part of it now. You made it to the point of the video where I just give you extra content just for standing to the end. So go ahead, drop a 100 in the comments section down below. But what it is, this is the positive things that I took from that outside of my mistakes. What I did was I actually remembered and I made a pivot. So I pivot. I said, listen, I know you want to cancel this one. That's fine. We can go ahead and cancel. I got the paperwork done. But didn't you want to sell your mom's property? Didn't you want to sell another property? Didn't you want to do this? Just reminded them of those pain points. And I said, listen, let's go this. Let's do this first. So once I made that pivot for her mom, I actually sold her mom's home 2 or 3 weeks later. Got that check. That was my first closing ever. And actually got good rapport with her. She plans to make some repairs to her properties, and then I'll sell those in the future. If any of her kids or anything want to buy, just that relationship is going to pay dividends. And I actually learned from my first mistakes, where it's like when they actually got to a point in the transaction where they was like, we want to cancel, we don't want to do this again. I actually learned from the first time. Boom, brought up those pain points, those negotiating bullets, the pain bullets. Brought them up, let them know, listen, the reason why we're doing this is this, this, and this, and this. We gotta, and then they were like, you know what, you're right. Let's push forward. Let's go ahead and get it done. A week later, we closed. She got her check. I got my check. Everybody was happy. See, these are the things that we want to think about. These are the things we want to keep our foot on. And you also want to just take care of people, man. That's the whole part. Take care of people. But like I said, man, I don't want to drag this video on any longer than it has to be. I really do appreciate y'all for tuning in. I know we're almost at 700 subscribers. Like I stated before, we want to get to a point where we're monetized by the end of May. You guys are doing great so far. I'm going to keep pushing out great content for you guys, and just to continue to reach out to more people. I love y'all. There's not much more for me to say, but click right here to subscribe and click right here to watch our next video.